1 in 4 of us struggle with some kind of mental health. As a world population that is just over 2 billion of us, over 75% of that do not even speak out about their mental health. Now that 1 in 4 could be a close family member or even a close friend.
And this is why we need to break the silence. So just before I do get into my story, this isn't some X Factor sob story where I want you to feel sorry for me. This is just me letting you know, guys, what I've been through, just so you can relate to me maybe in some way. Maybe not even, but in some sort of way I want you to know that I've been through hell in the sense, and I've come out the other side. I've took that horrific leap, which is suicide, and I've lived to tell the tale and come out the other end of it, which I'm very, very fortunate about. And I'll talk about more in the video as we go on. It's just like a bodybuilding prep coach. You wouldn't get a coach if they hadn't been through it. So I've been through a hell of a lot, and I want to share it with you. Maybe even if this series only helps just one person, then it's one person who I've saved. So I just want to help as many people as I can with mental health. Like I said, there's 1 in 4 people who are affected by it. So if you're sitting there saying, oh, this is not me at all, then put 3 of your closest family members or 3 of your closest friends in a room with you. Then one of them are probably suffering from some sort of mental health issue and they're not speaking out. Break the silence is literally what I want to call this series, because people do need to break it. Honestly, I did the worst and just didn't talk about it. It built up. I had so many things build up, which we will talk about in a second. But if I can talk about it in an open field with anyone who can walk past, then I'm sure you can talk about anything. Okay, even if it's just you want to drop a message on here, on our Instagram, @_legacybros, give us a message on anything that you want to get. But we're going to break the silence together, and this is my story. So, my story. I've been suffering with mental health for around 10 years now. So I'm currently 25. I first started suffering with it between 14 and 15. So it's kind of, like first few years it got like dramatically bad. And then I'd say like the seven years where I've kind of tried to work on it in the sense and overcome it. I don't believe you can ever get rid of it. I do believe there is always going to be a slight little seed planted where it can come back, but what I believe is that you can overcome things. So let's start off from the beginning. So right from the beginning, I suffered from anorexia. So I got down to around 6 stone. My ribs were like out. I looked like a toast rack. I looked like a flagpole. Everything was hanging off me. I just honestly, like, looking back on photos, was actually rank. So dropping down that, I wasn't really that. I kind of growing up, I was slightly more chubby. I wouldn't say dramatically chubby. Just when you're growing between that age, you are going to sometimes carry a little bit more excess body fat to obviously to grow. I just didn't see it that way. I just got obsessed with body image, which is another thing in the fitness industry. Which is another thing in the entire world as well. Like, you just have to look a certain way. You don't, but we're all chasing this physique. I just wanted the abs. I thought if I lost so much body fat, if I became really skinny, I'd have abs, and it was just the wrong kind of message I got. From here, my dad fell badly ill with pancreas cancer. Watching him slowly die over a period of like 6 months really took its toll. My dad was my best mate. We did everything together. We were just literally inseparable. Like the banter, like the laughs we'd have, the memories are just, they're just the best. And to go through that period of like losing him was really pushed me over the edge as well. And I thought I lost my appetite. I lost even more weight. I became like literally like a skeleton from it. Like, and then when he finally passed away, it was kind of like I'm anorexic. I've now got to kind of deal with the loss of my father. I'm 15 years old, and I've kind of got to like grasp the world on my own hands now. Like, everything is like I'm on my own technically in the sense. And what do you do at that sort of age? And the only thing I could kind of sink my teeth into was training. So so training did kind of save me in the sense of from anorexia. So like pushing out of the anorexia with training, like I knew like you had to eat to gain size, and once I started eating and gaining size, I saw more of a positive, and I started getting more of a healthy relationship with food. I thought, you know, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that, and I started putting weight back on, which was great. However, I then had this massive hole of like feeling lost without my dad, and it kind of really took its toll on me mentally. Like I started not wanting to do social things, I started wanting to hide myself away, and these are all key elements of someone who is suffering with some sort of mental illness. You do want to shut yourself away from the world, you just want to be on your own, but you shouldn't want to be on your own, if that makes sense. I was 15, 16, you know, I should be wanting to go out with my friends, I just didn't. I wanted to hide myself away. One thing led on to the other, and at the time I was going through a very rough patch with certain people. Just everything really built up within the space of a few weeks, and I did attempt suicide, which I'm not exactly proud of, but it was one of the biggest wake-up calls of my life. So still 15 years old, I found a load of sleeping tablets. I did overdose. Luckily, I was out with a couple of friends who, when I collapsed, they called an ambulance. I was taken into hospital, where this moment, which I'm going to talk about, has scarred me to ever do anything like this. So, laying in a hospital bed, I was coming in and out of consciousness, and I saw my mum and brother, and they were just both in floods of tears, just looking at me like, what have I done? And literally, I could literally remember like just staring at them, thinking, like, these two people do not cry, and like, I've never seen them cry, and all of a sudden they're flooding with tears, and I've done this, like I've actually put this on them, and it doesn't become real until like you actually think, damn, like if I'd have actually died like through my own accord, like what would I have done to my mum and brother? Like they've actually just now lost a father, and my mum's just lost her other half, and I just didn't think that at all, and it was very selfish of myself. But them sort of little things, like to go through it and come out the other side, it was a massive wake-up call for me to be like, there's more to life than feeling sad and being depressed. And it's easy to say that, because I even have days now, like it's 10 years on, I still have days now where I'm down in the dumps, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, but you learn to kind of conquer it, and the first stage is admitting it. Okay, so this leads on to stage one of it. You have to admit you have some sort of mental illness. It's not a problem. I don't see it as a problem. Just see it as you have some sort of mental illness that you need to conquer. Now, mine was like, I can't explain it, as my mind. Like, it was like, it's still there now. I can feel it right now. It's such a weird feeling. If you're going through some sort of mental health issue, you'll understand this. So it feels like there's a second voice in my head, and it's just constantly feeding me bullshit. Okay, so it's saying, you're fat, you're ugly, you're a loser, you're a waste of time, why are you doing this? It's a continuous horrific cycle. I could win a gold medal, but my brain would say, you are fucking useless. But I'm not. And that is the thing, that you had to suddenly turn around and be like, do you know what? I'm not. And you had to start, sort of, for me, I had to sink my teeth into something. So one, it was training, like feeling good in training, getting somewhere, progressing. Two was actually my education. So you need to find a goal. So my goal was, I wanted to get to university. So I knew I had to go through college, do 2 certain courses to then get access onto my uni degree, and then I had to smash my uni, obviously. So that was a good 5, 6, 7 years to keep myself occupied. I had training, you know, I had a job, I had my college, I had my uni work to do. It was just bam, 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 bam. And at times it was stressful, but you had to remember, like, why you were doing it for. And the main reason I was doing it for was, you know, just for my father. I wanted him to be proud of me. I wanted to be the first Henton to have a degree, which I do. So yep, hooray. But you need to kind of find that goal that you want, which will keep your mind occupied and away from this demon that's feeding you bullshit. Just please, right now, like, whatever it's telling you, it is bullshit. And you just need to feel good about yourself, and that's very difficult to do, which I understand. That took me years, and I'm sure people have left me, people have gone just because it gets too much. And the best thing I can say is stage 1 is admitting it, and as soon as I admitted it, I knew I had to do something, and that something I had to do was find a goal, sink my teeth into it, give it 100%, and run with it. It's very similar to this series of Break the Silence. I wanted to do this mental health just to help you. I wanted to help you guys. Like I said, if it only helps one person, then bam, it's helped one person. There's so many other things that I've been through in my life that I want to bring through to different episodes. That I can help you guys and relate to you guys. Some of you might be going, you know what, you're talking absolute crap, but for me, it's me expressing my feelings, telling you what I've been through, how I dealt with them. You might go, oh damn, I haven't tried that. But each episode, I want to kind of just, even if we just speak rubbish, if I speak rubbish to you guys for ages, and it's something that helps you. But stage 1 is definitely admitting it. Okay, so admit what you've got. I say what you've got. It's not bad. It's just you need to just think, how are you going to conquer this? So set yourself a goal. Okay, so tell yourself. So, for example, mine is, for example, let's go, say you're struggling with food, okay? So you're struggling with food, you're anorexic, okay? Admit you're anorexic. Bam, I'm anorexic. So what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to increase my food. That's a short-term goal. Fantastic. You're already conquering what your brain can't accept. So that little demon saying, don't eat, you putting food in your body, you're telling him to piss off, okay? That's exactly what I did. I went to the gym and I knew I had to put food in my body, and my mind went nuts. I felt instantly fat. I felt watery. I felt bloated. But the truth is, you're not. You are not at all. All you're doing is you're just putting calories into your body. You're feeling a little bit more alive. And so what? Even if you did gain a few pounds, whoop-de-doo, that scale will slowly go up because your body's not used to food. But you're gonna look a hell of a lot better. Trust me. If I look back, I don't want toast rack. I could put my breakfast in my rib cage. I'm surprised people didn't use me as a flagpole at the Olympics to wave the Great British banner around. You've just got to. That's just the first step of beating it. Slowly, maybe only put 100 calories into your body. That's not going to do nothing. It's just going to maybe do 100 calories every week. Start with 100 calories. Put some calories into your body. See how it reacts. If you gain weight, whoop-de-doo. You just keep them there. When you plateau and don't gain any weight, bump another 100 calories in. That's 200 calories more than what your anorexic was telling you to not eat. Okay? Now, I've went through loads of my anorexia, so I was hiding food, I was making myself sick, I was burning more calories just to make sure I was making sure I had nothing in my body. Literally I would go I think I must have been literally only eating 500 calories, and I must have been burning nearly 2,000 calories a day. That's how dramatically skinny I was getting from it. And then I said, you need to accept that stage 1 of admitting it, and then stage 2 is putting that food in your body. You're fighting it already, and then the stage 3 is then conquering the mental side of it. There's going to be days where all of a sudden your brain's going to say, do you know what, you're fat. You're not. That's how you need to be with it. You need to say, look, I'm not fat. I'm going to do this. Maybe even look into training. Because you got to think, as I said, as I was training, I was burning a hell of a lot more. I wanted to grow my body. I wanted to put muscle mass on. I wanted to make lean muscle mass as well. So how am I going to do that? I've got to put food into my body. So putting food into my body would only result in muscle gain, and that's what I wanted. So that kind of in itself helped it, but then that can lead on to, which is another episode which we're going to go on to, which is how bodies are seen in the industry. If someone comes to you and say, they're struggling with their mental health about the way they look, or maybe they're struggling with food, don't then tease them. The amount of times I've seen it where people have he's too big, or he's too skinny, but that's not encouraging them. I can remember before, people were commenting how skinny I was, and I loved it. For some reason, my brain was telling me, as soon as someone said, you're too skinny, you look anorexic, that demon in my head suddenly switched and went ding, ding, ding. This is what we want, Gareth. This is what we want. We want to be really, really, really skinny. And
that is just the demon fighting. You need to fight back. You need to say, do you know what? No, like, I don't want people to think like I'm anorexic. You don't want that. It's not a good look. I'm telling you now, it's not a good look. It's not healthy for your body. Your body is shutting down. You know, you need to fight through that. So like I said, stage 1 is admitting it. And then stage 2 is finding that goal that you can sink your teeth into to really build upon. So like I said, mine was the gym, putting calories into my body really slowly, learning about your body, okay? So learn about nutrition. Trust me, as soon as I learned about nutrition, I was like, damn, I am so malnutrition. Like, I looked so borderline ill. Like, as soon as you start learning about nutrition, you know that you can put X, Y, and Z into your body. Don't put the alphabet into your body, put food in. But you can put so much into your body, and you know you're not going to gain anything. Like, I went from eating 500 calories, and right now, I'm probably on 2,800, pushing 3,000, and I'm not gaining any weight. So, where am I winning? I'm down here starving, and I'm up here full, and I'm putting muscle on. Like, you've got to just ask yourself, which one do you want? And please, if you are struggling with anorexia, let us know. Even if you don't feel confident, message in below. Literally, message on Instagram, find us somehow, and I can always help. Just if it's just one-to-one trading. But find the goal, sink your teeth into it, and smash it. Okay, so episode 2 is coming soon. Stay tuned for that. I want to kind of call it Mental Health Mondays. So I want to try and get a video on the Mondays and kind of keep this related to you guys. I hope this has helped slightly. So this is my story today. There's a lot more to talk about in future videos, what I've been through as well. And we're going to smash this, guys. We are going to break the silence, okay? I believe we can break it. And you're stronger than you think. Trust me. Fight that demon and become who you are, okay? Whether that's fighting your mental health, fighting this like urge to eat, whatever it is, like, just fight that demon, and we're going to fight it together. I'm not going to let you do it on your own. This is me opening up, just telling you my story so you know that I've been through it myself. So Break the Silence has begun. I'm very excited to see what you guys think and help as many as you can. Like I said, even if it helps just one person, then this whole series has been worth it. So I'll see you in episode 2. Stay strong and break that silence, okay? So 1 in 4 is struggling. Speak to someone, even if you think, hang on a minute, there's some traits there that Gareth has talked about that I've noticed in my mate. Grab them, talk to them, even if they go, what, no, at least you've addressed it. Or it could be vice versa, they've been struggling for a while and they just need to talk. That's the other thing, just talk, trust me. Like me and I talking this load of gibberish has helped me today, trust me. So, me talking gibberish to you guys to hopefully give you some advice. We're all helping each other here, it's like a lovely little cycle. So that's it, I'll see you in episode 2, and stay strong.